This week we're talking all things injuries caused by kids.
We've also got a 3-year-old Jesus and a Grinch in labour. People think we argue and banter on this podcast, but wait till you hear us in an escape room.
Then ran for my life.
And there's a lot of injuries coming up, but that, I think, takes the cake. Want to hear a not so fun fact this week?
I suppose.
Recently, it's doing the rounds on socials actually, there's been a recent survey done of parents, and it's found that mums of 3 kids experience the highest amount of stress compared with those with fewer or more children. AKA 3 is the chaos number.
3 is the crap number.
Yay me, because that's where we've come and stopped. Although I am skeptical because I don't feel like the answer to my stress is to go and have another child. That just does not make sense to me whatsoever.
All right, who's getting the cut?
Also, in the comments of like where I saw this story, in the comments, someone was like, anyone with more than 3 kids don't have time to do surveys.
Yeah.
It's like true. And if you've got time to do surveys, you're like one of those unicorn parents whose children are all angels and you've skewed the results.
Not until you hit like 8 kids where your older kids are old enough to look after the younger kids and then who cares?
Yeah. But I feel like by the time you've hit 8 kids, all sanity has gone out the window as well. So
anyway.
Skeptical
great
in those
story.
results. We are like yays and nays coming in. We are like we're not super chill because we're not
super chill because we came back to kids.
We are rejuvenated. We got 2 nights away to ourselves without the kids. I think it's the first time in over 2 years we've had like we've had a night away a little while ago, but not like a proper switch off, go have a mini break. Oh, it was amazing. It was actually nice. It went so fast.
Yeah, that's my name.
Yeah.
Just how fast it went. I feel like things like that, you just like, you blink and it's gone and you're like, oh. So I was like, even thinking back, I was lying in bed last night and I was thinking back and I was like, I remember doing that. And then I was like, oh, but that was on our way to the holiday. We hadn't even gotten to the holiday yet.
Mm.
And it feels like it was yesterday. And
we did have to balance between sleeping the whole time and actually going out and doing stuff. We hit 9 o'clock each morning and we were like, oh, we should get out. Like that's, I mean, 9 o'clock when you've got kids is halfway through the day really. So
yeah, you do feel like you're wasting the day, but the sleep, the catch up was quite nice.
Yeah, it was very nice. So getting away, that was my yay.
So
my nay. Our first morning back with the kids, I wake up before 6 a.m. to the 4-year-old in our bed, very usual, but he was sitting up and I don't know, you mustn't have heard this because you would have cacked yourself laughing as well. He was sitting over my face and he was like, Mummy, as soon as he saw my eyes like just peek open, I was barely awake. He was in my face. He's like, Mummy, Steve from Australia Zoo is dead. And I was like, what? Anyway, I dozed back off for like a couple of minutes and woke up to him still sitting right in my face. He's like, Mummy, Steve from Australia Zoo is dead. And I was like, I know, but why do you know? And why are we talking about this before 6 o'clock in the morning? And he was just absolutely adamant he wanted to tell me and he didn't want to talk about it. He didn't we've not really talked about death with him much. Like it's not been not a topic for a 4-year-old.
He's known that forever.
But he's just obsessed over it. And pre 6 o'clock in the morning, as my eyes are opening, is not the time I want to be like, yes, let's have this conversation about a really sad thing.
Like we just dreamt about it. All you got to do is have the conversation, let him go back to sleep. My yay was we have discovered a new hobby.
Oh, yeah. We're
the
obsessed.
Escape rooms. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're probably appealing to like the nerdy side of us there. I don't know how many other people would probably obsess like we did, but
it was fun. It's good fun.
I think the gamer in you loved it and the absolute
Psycho.
nerd
A nerd geek.
The nerd geek in me loved it, like the puzzles and the riddles and the working things out, and it was a lot of fun. But I don't know if we could do it with – you meant to do it in bigger groups, and that was one thing they said to us on our last one was like they were really surprised that we were making it out in time because you meant to have more people to help you solve the things. But I don't think we could do it with more
I
people.
don't think we could. 'Cause other people would drive me nuts. She drove me nuts. We drove each other nuts a little bit.
But I don't know. Yeah, it'd have to be someone who knows and loves us because
The banter flies.
people think we argue and banter on this podcast, but wait till you hear us in an escape room being like, not that puzzle, we're doing this one. Shut up, listen to me over here.
That's just Beck. And she was wrong because she didn't listen to me.
Oh, that
And then
was
we
once
found-
out of one room. Every other puzzle was like a stop, do what I say, and it was right. So yeah.
Sometimes.
Anyway, thank you to Fox in a Box on the Gold Coast. That
was good
was we highly recommend. It was lots of fun. Not parenting related, but you've got to have hobbies, right?
It's true.
Isn't our house just one giant escape room? You got to make it over the piles of shoes and take the rubbish with you just to get out the front door. Anyway, solve the 4-year-old's riddle of what on earth is he trying to say? What's he asking for?
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this week, before I get to the question we put out, which is what I was leading into, another week has gone by and there is no Bluey episode. I told you I'm not letting it go until the extra bonus episode is
Can you
released.
see the care on my face?
Oh, I'm going to start like a petition or something soon.
Go for it.
Man, we do have, I promise it's coming, Bluey World episode coming. It's been recorded like a month ago. Sam's just got to make it and share it. Anyway, this week, the question we put out there is what is the worst or wildest, funniest injury that your child has given you? And we said no birth stories because you already win. Like that, there is nothing beyond that. For some reason, I don't know why I thought it would be funnier than it was. I was reading through these stories and I was like, actually, ow. Like, I don't know whether it's empath in me, but I was like, oh, not as funny as you might still laugh. You find injuries funny. You have that sense of humor. We said no pregnancy, but this one counts because it wasn't actually the baby.
We just said
that did
no
the injury.
childbirth.
Yeah, it wasn't the baby that did the injury. So when I was 8 months pregnant with our second child, I bent down to pick up our 2-year-old. He decided he didn't want to be picked up and went limp and then thrashed about. I sunk to the floor because he tore my stomach muscles.
Ouch.
Which means within a month with torn stomach muscles, she had to push out a baby too. Ouch.
Can't relate to that one.
Yeah,
but sounds
I think
ouch.
like I know what's coming up and there's a lot of injuries coming up, but that I think takes the cake.
Okay.
You win.
I believe you.
They win.
Near miss, Mum let Miss 3 help me, Dad, work on the car. Mum was in the right spot to catch the hammer Miss 3 was about to hit me on the head with.
At least you know your wife still loves you. Catching the hammer for you.
She probably gave the 3-year-old the hammer and then went, oh no, better not.
Here's an older child. My 13-year-old was being a dick with his phone, so as I went to grab it, he went into a crocodile death roll and dislocated my elbow.
Wow.
Yeah, crocodile death roll is the right way to describe that because I can picture exactly what happened. I don't know whether that's just because we're Australian and like we grow up learning about crocodiles and watching The Crocodile Hunter, but the turny, twisty owl.
That would hurt.
That would be a grounding in there, I reckon.
I was digging in the compost and my son was helping use a fence post to dig. He hit me in the face. I couldn't see, so I asked him to lead me to the tap. He led me past the closest tap around the house to the front yard tap.
So helpful. Thanks, kid. They always do the longest, slowest way when you need them to do something fast. But then, of course, if it's playtime or something they want to do, they'll do stuff straight away. Never-ending energy.
They're no help.
Someone sent in, I got knocked out by a Kong dog toy when my kid was 2. Lucky he... Oh, Lucky I was already laying on the couch, lol. You know, the Kong dog toys, they're those like round, like red usually. I think you put stuff in them.
Rubber things,
yeah. So I don't know how they got knocked out. Must have been a pretty decent hit.
KO'd. It might have just been smacked and like hit himself in the head and he's
they
knocked him. Put that kid into baseball. Or cricket. Oh my, it springs to mind instantly after over 40 years. I came through to the entry hall and wondered what the commotion was all about. One child chasing another. Yay, but my son ran straight into my groin and his head at the right height and head down to escape his sibling. Hurt. My goodness, it was painful.
I believe you because this is like 40 years later and you're like, oh yes, I know the story. I know the time. It has never left.
I'm pretty sure I did that to a family member once, not with my head though.
What with?
My fist.
You're Supermaning around the house or something, were you?
No, I ran out. He stepped out in front and I punched. Means to say,
you would have been. The stories I've heard of you as a kid.
I ran for my life, screaming.
Now, we've been talking recently about the chaos that our almost 2-year-old has brought to our house and how he's the kid that we're a little bit scared of.
No,
it sounds like he's just taking after you.
No, it would be the one that the 4-year-old. That would be also what the 4-year-old would do if he felt like a bit of funny. Yeah, the stuff he does when he thinks he's a bit funny. Anyway.
Man. Toddlers are wild. One more we got sent in. My youngest daughter caused me to have 3 fingers broken by closing the car door on them. Eesh. You usually hear the stories the other way around. It's usually the kids whose like
so the
parents
3-year-old shut the
the 3-year-old slammed the door and ouch.
Ouch.
And I bet the worst part about injuries like that is when they happen. If they're 3, you have to comfort the child. You're there with broken fingers, probably having to comfort the child and be like, no, it's okay. I just want to die over here.
I doubt that happens in the minute, like in the moment.
I don't know.
I doubt most people have that.
I've had that before. I've had like one of the kids hurt me and then obviously I've responded because I've been hurting.
Lost
and like been in tears and then looking at them and seeing how freaked out and worried they are and then being like, in my pain, it's okay. It's going to be all right. And it's like, oh, who am I telling that to, you or me? It's like, anyway.
Cool story.
Lots of fun.
It was fun. Not really. Painful.
I know. Like I said, I thought they were going to be way funnier, but it's like, actually it's just more the relatable. If you've been injured by your kid, yeah, that happens. Kids don't come with warnings. These are not warnings we've had. We do have some confessions this week, so let's head to the confessional.
Cool. We are Catholics, so religion is spoken about a lot. We heard our 3-year-old telling her 2-year-old sister that she was Jesus. When asked why, and she said, Mum always says, Jesus, Kelly.
The name of God is often associated with looking at the child and being like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's not the religion lesson they meant to give.
Children.
It gets better. I think this came off the back of last week's funeral confession story. They sent in, we recently had an elderly aunt pass away. We were talking about spreading her ashes when we realized the 5-year-old was listening. They asked what we were talking about, so we explained in simple, age-appropriate terms about cremation. Or so we thought. The next day, as we dropped them off at school, I could overhear her telling the teacher loud enough for everyone to hear that their great aunt had died and we set her body on fire at the funeral. There were a lot of laughs in the background from other parents and I still have no idea how to correct that one. I mean, technically not wrong. This is not the way you talk about it.
I vote we bring it in.
We'll have a Viking funeral.
Yeah.
What a sight. Oh, my gosh.
That would be... I was going to say dinner and a show, funeral and a show.
Oh, yeah, no.
But interactive. Doing groceries with my son when we walked past a woman in a burqa. He yelled, "Look, Mum, a ninja."
Oh, I mean, there's worse things. You could say
plenty worse
there's lots of worse things. So hopefully she just had a nice giggle to herself.
I just, yeah.
Though technically, wouldn't you say to your kid you wouldn't see a ninja? Isn't that the appropriate response?
But that's the classic cartoon dress.
I know. Another one that would be so hard to correct in the moment while everyone's listening. Kids are great. Kids do that to us. All right, I do have some parent news this week. And yes, they are parent newsy. I promise.
The news.
Look, last week's were all parents newsy. The ones before were all parents newsy. You have to stop looking at me every time I say I've got parents news as if I'm not going to bring a news story that's parent related.
Okay.
Hitting the parent blogs and news sites this week is the story of Kate, a mum who went into labour dressed as the Grinch. She rolled into the hospital in green makeup, a Santa costume, and onion in hand. She shares the story on her TikTok account of going into labour early on Halloween night, though due to how preterm she was, they were able to delay the birth until November 18th. So lucky for her, she didn't have the makeup on for those first baby photos. She said, "The nurses giggled and tried to hold it together, but I kept doing impressions and telling them they were absolutely allowed to laugh. I know the situation was hilarious, and I also know these nurses work really hard and deserve to be free and laugh with me." Oh, it's almost as good as the mum that has the Chewbacca mask while she's in labour doing the contractions with the Chewbacca mask. Oh, I love it.
That's pretty good. Her makeup's not bad.
The makeup's hilarious. Imagine seeing anyone giving birth, like having contractions just it's great. The next story is both a feel-good but also a bit culturally shocking story for us. Please contain yourself.
Okay.
In India, there is culturally still a huge imbalance related to baby gender preference, with the general bias and ideal for parents to have boys. Everyone wants to have boys. There is a doctor, however, doing what he can to change this with an initiative he has called Save the Girl Child. And people have taken to social media in the last few weeks to praise what he's doing and to raise awareness about it. So Dr. Ganesh has been waiving the delivery fees for baby girls born at his hospital for over a decade, delivering thousands free of charge. He's been quoted saying, "When angels are born, I don't charge any fee." And in an interview with the BBC, he said that he would resume charging fees when people started celebrating the birth of daughters. Which is really both beautiful and at the same time really shocking.
Why would I say bad things about that? Or just about Indians wanting boys only?
You always have some sort of culturally insensitive joke. So I was just getting in front of it to make sure that you didn't say anything.
I thought about it. That's nice.
It's really sweet. Yeah.
It's cute.
The story came out because there was a dad, working class dad, who was really stressed about how he was going to, wife had to have full emergency cesarean and everything. And he apparently collapsed to the floor and the doctor was like, "No, I don't charge for girls. It's free." And he was like, "Oh my gosh," which is really beautiful. That's nice. A little bit of kindness in the world. We all need a little bit of kindness. So that's parent news this week. If you see, nice. I still love, my favorite thing is when parents send me parent news stories. So if you see a news story and are like, that's perfect, or that's hilarious, even if it's parenting adjacent, I will take it. Sam will probably give me crap and be like, "Yeah, it needs to be parent news." But if parents find it hilarious, it counts as parent news. And please send in your confessionals and
Yes.
follow us on socials, because that's where the questions go out. So you can send us your stories. You can be a part of it. You can see a lot of the time people, especially on Facebook, actually send the stories in as comments. Like the wild ones get sent to us as DMs, but a lot get sent as comments. So you can actually see them, like can talk about the hilarious things our kids do, which is lots of fun. So make sure you do that. Like this video if you're watching on YouTube or wherever you're listening. Give us some love and we will see you next week.